Could I have Chrys Horn, please?
I've got a
Kia ora, good morning.
a PowerPoint that's going to come up on the screen at some point. Here we go. Slideshow. I'm beginning. Okay. Oh. What's happening? Oh, here we go. So, many of you know me. Kia ora koutou. Thank you very much for being here, and sorry you have to work Saturday. I work in Horswell, so I'm on the other side of town for the people you've just heard. I am going to talk about transport, so I'd just like to point out that I use everything that I can. I walk, I cycle, I bus, and I use my car quite regularly. I'm also the daughter of elderly parents, and I'm noticing, I guess I'm saying that because I'm noticing how their transport needs are changing as they get older. And I notice that they just simply don't come into the city anymore because there's far too much traffic, and getting in there is horrendous for them. The buses don't work well for them where they live because they're not frequent enough. But they would prefer to use buses. So I kind of laugh at the argument that people put up that there are some people out there who have to use cars because they're disabled in some way. Often disabled people don't want to use cars, but well, they can't use cars. So I'm just putting that one out there. I also have a background in behaviour change research. I have put that aside in order to come and do it in my own community. So I guess, that's effectively what I'm doing now. And I would say that your communities around Christchurch that you support through your Strengthening Communities funding are an enormous resource for you that you are not using for things like travel demand management, and you need to be. Okay, is that going to work? Here we go. So Christchurch, I know you know these things. We have a huge carbon footprint in Christchurch compared to the rest of the community, rest of the cities in New Zealand, and we really need to change. At the same time, we have huge traffic congestion problems. Coming in from Horswell, the roads are every single road to get into the city is congested in rush hour traffic. Every single one. So I got a distress call from one of my community board members because I put in my submission that I don't support four-laning that short piece of Lincoln Road, spending $10 million on that. And I don't support it because I don't support trying to get more cars into the centre of our city. We've already got a problem. We need to be thinking and doing something really different. So I would like to see that the cycleways are seen as an investment, that they're brought forward, not put back. We need more people cycling. I'm blown away that we've got 40,000 people cycling on the existing cycleways, which aren't complete already, without any travel demand management and without having the cycleways complete. That's amazing. That's 8,000 people a day, and that's a hell of a lot of car parks. And the same with public transport. One of the things I'm noticing as I bike around the city is there's an awful lot of informal park and ride going on. Now, you've heard about Longhurst and Horswell, I know from David Hawke. But I can tell you that people are parking in the Horswell domain as well and using that as an informal park and ride. Why are we not encouraging more of this? It's already happening. All we have to do is support it and put it out there and put the idea into people's minds. People are also parking and riding bicycles. So I see a lot of people parking at Princess Margaret Hospital and biking in through back streets and through Hagley Park into the city on one of the new cycleways. So, this is happening. Let's talk about it. Let's make more of it. Okay, so you guys have all seen this. This is all about traffic congestion, but I just wanted to show you. Can I make that happen? Yeah.
We'll just bring it up just one
Cool.
second.
Thank you. It was actually a car advertisement, and I have to say, the density of people in this is higher than we have in Christchurch by a lot. We don't have anything like that in Christchurch. They're all one person per car.
When we design our car,
Okay, so you get the picture. That's how many people cars transport. They're a really inefficient means of getting people around our city. And I think that brings home better than that first photo anything, you know, the reason why we need to be trying to get people out of their cars onto buses and onto our cycleways, and to have the cycleways happen faster. This was taken, the top left one was taken Monday, a couple of weeks ago, about mid-afternoon. There were 10 bicycles there. I had trouble getting a park. And then there's an alleyway just down from that. This is in St Asaph Street next to the cycleway. Another 10 bicycles. So our cycle paths are getting used. And actually, what would you rather have outside your shop? The one on the bottom or the one on the top? Because quite frankly, the number of people, given the price of land in the central city, you know, what does make the most sense in terms of getting people around? Thank you.
Thank you very much. You've come to time. There was something that you said that, would you, I mean, I do want to ask this, would you have a different view of the 4-laning if the additional lanes were only for buses?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I'd really love to see the 4 lanes that we already have in one part of Lincoln Road used for that
purpose.
Because the trouble is people get into it and they feel like something's being taken away from them. So we need to get that bus lane in as soon as the 4 lanes are built.
I agree, yeah. Okay, look, thank you very much. Right, so